Hello again, everybody. This time I'll be picking up with a questline I've only ever done once before when I was very new to Skyrim, the Dark Brotherhood, for which I need to actually get to the very remote, small town of Falkreath. But fortunately, I've traveled this road from Windhelm to Whiterun many times, and from there to Riverwood many times too, so I'll skip directly to Riverwood and cut off 4/5 of the journey, since there's no danger along the way. Two worthless powers right there, plus Hiskin, which is at least moderately useful. I guess I'll take this opportunity to go do some shopping. The storekeeper may not be back in the shop yet, maybe coming back from the inn, so I guess I'll take this opportunity to change my shopping clothes while there's no witnesses. Not that anybody notices if you strip in front of them, but it does strike me as poor role-playing. Oh, they've restocked their Eider cheese. It'd be silly to take those and sell them back to him, so I won't do it. Should be here any second. There we are.
You and me.
If I'm lucky, I'll have some kind of useful item in his apparel section.
Me, I call them treasures.
Not really. No? Nothing good? Okay, well, maybe... No, not even any ale? I could use that. Well, pretty worthless. I can at least sell off some of this jewelry, I suppose. Salvus Aaron's amulet has been superseded by the new Necromancer's amulet, so I'll sell that. Sell a couple potions, maybe. I don't think I'm really using these, so I'll get rid of the weaker ones. I really should use them from time to time, but I don't. I guess I can spread the word that I've been taking down serial killers, things like that. Seems like a good thing to be spreading around. I'll probably sell this gold ore to the blacksmith instead of to him, so I can save his money for buying other things that I might need to sell him later on. Waste not, want not, after all. Did I just hear, No, I guess not. Thought I heard a dragon. Well, time to pick up the main quest, too. Delphine should be back from having hung out in Whiterun for no good reason for a long time. You wouldn't know, you weren't actually watching, you're just wasting time in Whiterun. Again, there's only wine in here, there's no ale, so I can't pick up the ale that I need, but I can at least get a couple of Eider cheese wheels. I think remember there's another one around here somewhere. Ah.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too.
You got any ale among your drinks?
Let's sate that appetite,
3. I guess I'll take it. Pick up a few other items too. No sweets, that's disappointing.
Alright then.
Looks like they've restocked everything. Including her secret lair. Nice.
I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy.
This response makes more sense if you come directly here, but it's been long enough that she could possibly come up with a plan.
That would be a bad idea. I'd be too likely to attract the wrong kind of attention. But they don't know you at all yet.
That's stupid. I mean, number one, I'm the Archmage, and clearly the Dragonborn famous for being so already. But number two, like, Element herself saw me at the very beginning, plus I've run into all kinds of Thalmor patrols. Didn't kill them all.
The ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files.
This does sound like Hjalti's kind of thing.
I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. Wood Elf.
Wood Elf.
Plenty of
I don't
reason
like
to hate
that.
Thalmor. You can trust him. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it?
Yeah, it's the only inn in the capital city for some reason.
I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions?
Dozens of which I can only ask 3 or 4.
Don't worry about Malborn.
Seems like a pertinent one.
He's not a dangerous character like you.
That's worrisome in its own way, of
the
course. I kind of like to have some
Thalmor
backup if
as
I'm
I
going to be in the enemy's headquarters.
He's a wood elf. The Thalmor wiped out his family back in Valenwood during one of their purges that we never hear about.
This is not just a Thalmor
Luckily,
thing, by the way.
they don't know who he really
The
is,
High Elves have always
or
been
he
racist
wouldn't
against
be
all other
taking
kinds of
trips to the
elves, so I have no idea why the Wood Elves would willingly join them when they've often talked about exterminating them in the past.
Let me handle that.
Because
You'll
you're
have
even
a real
stupider.
invitation, don't worry. As long as you can act the part of a Thalmor toady, you'll get past the guards.
Pretending to like the Thalmor will be hard, but the rest is Hjalti's
when
strong
the
suit.
fun
I mean, he grew up in
starts.
Daggerfall, and this
You'll
is
have to
all
slip
anybody
away
does
from
all
the
day
party
long
without
in the
raising the
palace.
alarm. Then you'll need to find Elenwen's office and search her files. Malborn should be able to point you in the right direction. Sounds good. Be careful.
Well, I guess I'll take some of her stuff from around here now that she's mysteriously restocked it despite having spent no time around here. I can't resist looting things even though I'm already unbelievably wealthy. Well, I should at the very least stop by General Goods Merchant again, simply because there are no cooking pots in that inn. So I have to do my cooking over there instead. But I can also check his inventory, see if there's anything useful.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Doesn't seem like it. I guess I can take those at least. And I can sell him the gold that I've currently got.
Aye.
What's that shadow? Is that just a bird going over? Yeah, okay, just a bird. I'm on my toes, though. Gotta keep my eyes open. Dragons can swoop down at any time.
It means so
Thank
much
you.
to us to have
Trinkets,
to fall back to
odds
the
and
walls.
ends.
Alright, so I'll sell him the potions that I don't want. That one's worthless, terrible, too weak to really be useful. Oh, he's out of money. Well, one great thing about Falkreath is that, despite being a small town, it has actually quite a few stores in it, making it much more useful than many of the other hold capitals. Because it has, you know, a smith, and a general goods merchant, and an alchemist, so there's really not much that you
Watch
could...
what you're doing.
Oops. Really not much that you could miss. It's a shame that it's so far off the beaten path. It's more useful than like Dawnstar and Morthal and so forth, and prettier too. This is one of my favorite regions of Skyrim. Well, off I go. I'll get some distance from town before changing into my more sinister and practical clothes. Shouldn't be any random encounters out for a little while at least. Never know though. Yeah, so far so good. Wolves over there. Well, I can get some cover back here at least. Quickly change. Okay, Necromancer's Amulet, that'll be my new standby for a while. Archmage's robes and boots, and more okay. Need to make sure nobody sees me with this, who lives, but should be good other than that. So, bunch of wolves it seems like. I bet I can get that guy with a right-handed shot. Nice. Hopefully gonna fight each other. Nope, only gonna fight me. Fine. Where's the other one? There was a third dot. As long as it's not something more dangerous, I'm okay. Well, it howls like a wolf, so probably good. Maybe I'll muffle as I go by. It's always good to get the drop on things rather than the other way around. Coming up on the Guardian Stones again, so if I wanted to trade out my amazing character-defining Aptonic Stone for a garbage one, I guess I could do that, but I don't feel like that. Very pretty region, as I've said before. Luke Falls Barrow up there again. It really is a shame that you can't justify going to Falkreath more easily, because no questline really directs you there other than the Dark Brotherhood. Thieves Guild doesn't, Warriors Guild doesn't, Main Quest never does, Mages Guild never does, as we've seen. Dark Brotherhood doesn't even really have you do anything there, they just like kind of arbitrarily put their headquarters there and force you to travel out that way again and again and again, which is the worst way to use the most remote, but pretty town in Skyrim. Probably a rabbit down there. There are a couple of fun little side quests you can pick up there. Some of them quite useful, actually. I've talked a few times, I believe, about I really feel like I heard a dragon. But I didn't see one. Oh yeah, I heard a dragon, alright. Guess I better hurt a dragon now. I feel like I should deal with that frost so she doesn't eat me from behind while I'm trying to fight this guy. I'm also going to switch to my shout to become ethereal. Preferred dragon hunting shout. And watch where this guy is going. Is he fighting random wildlife or is he fighting me? So I have to kind of wait and see where he settles down. As long as he's a regular dragon, I'm feeling pretty well equipped to deal with him. Between my combinations of, He's really not landing anywhere, huh? Ooh, somebody's fighting him over there. Probably a bandit. I guess I'll trace him down because I don't want him to be laying waste to the countryside, and I also want to get his soul. So. Ooh. I can't tell what this dragon is trying to do. I've never seen one just swoop around and around and around and around endlessly like that. It's like I can't figure out a place to shoot at them from or something. Okay, there we go. I guess it would be hard to land here. I actually missed whether he was doing fire breath or ice breath. I'm going to guess that it's fire because like 90% of dragons do fire. No, I'm wrong. Nice. Well, that means I get to use my preferred element instead. I should avoid aggroing those whatever they are. Probably bandits, though. What is he fighting up there? There's the top of like a mine up there with some bandits, I guess? We could just be fighting random wildlife, too. Cowering people? Oh, poor hunters. Yeah, I gotta get up there and try to save them. Stupid flying. Well, people who will not kill me and will help kill the dragon are welcome. A dragon that would settle down and let me kill him would also be welcome.
Die, dragon. It's the end for you.
Very confident. You're really just swooping around and not staying put. Okay. Here's an opportunity, I guess. Only nicked me, so I'm alright. I'm not going to use dual casting unless I need it, because it's a waste of mana, and the stuns won't really help that much unless he's about to kill me. But I've got to become ethereal for that too. It looks like he's concentrating on the hunter right now anyway. So I'll just go for efficiency. I can really put the hurt on him pretty fast when he stays put like that. Where's that hunter? There he is. If he gets injured, I can maybe heal him up. I'm not too concerned. I just need to avoid getting bit by this guy. Breath I'm not concerned about, as you can see. There we are. It's also easy for me to dodge behind cover from his breath. He has a relatively hard time getting behind cover himself, being so huge. This hunter, of course, has seen my mask, but he's no way to know who or what I am. So, you probably remember everything else about the experience more than what I was wearing. Assuming he lives. Looks like he's cowering over there. Well, if I lead him away from the hunter, then the hunter will never see me absorb the soul or anything like that. They could point to me being the Dragonborn wearing this mask, so I just think that I'm some who knows what fighting the dragon. He's doing this thing again, huh? I've really never seen the dragon do so much as random flying around. You can see that they're super fast when they do this, but they just don't use their speed for any kind of efficient purpose. When he's breathing on me like that, I guess I may as well use my dual casting. Not normal. Back down that way now? Can't make up his mind. Sure, dragons are immortal and have super tough scales and they're extremely fast and all, but what really keeps them alive is their short attention span. You'll be halfway through killing them and suddenly they'll just take off and go fight a rabbit halfway across Skyrim. Gotta climb up everything again. I bet there's a rat up here somewhere. Sounds like he's chomping on somebody. Maybe I can find out who. I'll get up there in time before he takes off again. No, I was wrong. There's no good route. Where did he fly to now? Hear him flapping. He's not too far. Is it just the hunter again, or... Can't even tell. Weird. I do like the dragon fight music. Dog has been killed. Keeps taking him out of the fight because he's not focusing on me. Those are bandits down there. At their little mine dungeon. Often like the first dungeon that I do sometimes on characters where I'm not really trying to roleplay. Not a good one to do really, but moderately fun. Tree gave him some cover there. Almost had him. Oh, he's fighting that wolf that I left behind before. That's funny. With this distance, I can kind of go slowly and keep him stunned like that. I think he's now grounded or close to us. That's nice. If he thinks he's going to get me from down there, he's got another thing coming. I can easily dodge or just turn on Fime or whatever I feel like before he gets to me. Nope. Gonna run out of mana though. Nope. Got him. Well. I better turn on my Become Ethereal Shout.
Fight!
I feel like that's a bandit, but apparently not hostile right now. So whatever, I won't kill them. I'll just loot this thing. Good enough. Alright, let me just skip back to where I was before I was interrupted like that. That unexpected diversion along the road. Close as I can get. Fast traveling doesn't stop you from absorbing the soul once you got close to it once. So, good to go on that front. Right, so, long way to Falkreath, with a couple of danger spots along the way. There's a frosted spider up ahead here. That's not too dangerous, but it's kind of just a guaranteed one, I believe. I haven't been this route too many times in the past, but I just always seem to find a frosted spider there, so I believe that regardless of level, there just simply is one. But I doubt it's too big and strong, so I'm not too concerned. Nothing I've slapped on my summon before, anyway. Apparently just been peacefully coexisting with that deer over there. Okay. One issue done. We'll close them overhead. Did I equip any of this dragon specific? Not really. Okay, good. As always, keep scouting. I have once or twice run into a giant frosted spider out here. Those are level based, but I'm high enough level now that I could. And as I mentioned before, those things can outrun you at a sprint and can easily kill me in one shot. They are vastly more dangerous than a mere dragon. So stay alert. A hostile up there. A humanoid, though. Humanoids don't scare me too much. Hanging out at this creepy stone, probably some kind of necromancer or something. Yeah. Novice conjurer. You find all kinds of creepy necromancer types around here in Falkreath. Ooh. Oh, I guess I already read that one. Well, whatever, I guess I can sell it. Just a random, shrine with a necromancer at it. Find a lot of them around here. Or conjurer or whatever. Is that like a skeever over there? I have no fear of you cowardly skeevers. That sandstone over there that you can see on the marker of, that is the Lady Stone, which a lot of people recommend, but it's a bad idea. It grants you plus 25% health and stamina regeneration, which isn't nothing, but is nowhere near worth it for any kind of character ever. I guess the only person who could conceivably get any use out of it would be like a vampire character who doesn't have that perk that it said all vampires should get. So, just get that perk instead. No, Muffle gave me away. I need that illusion perk to get it level 50. That makes your spells be silent. Anybody else? No? As long as you leave me alone, I'm okay. Oh, a hunter. I better unequip this mask before they see me. Probably hunting those wolves. Oh, you're welcome to them. Hunter's horse. Deer, okay. Stay alert. These woods could hide all kinds of things, which makes it, again, like a pretty fun place. You get, like, some visual warning before things are on top of you, but not too much. You know, I forget what ruin this is. That's cool. I'm gonna not go in there, but I'm gonna check it out, maybe look up the name later. Tell you guys if it's somewhere useful. Oh, okay, just one of the ones that gets you through a pass. What is hostile over there? Oh, skeletons. Need to make sure I don't accidentally hit the horse. There we are. Again, lots of necromancy activity around in this region. Very brave horse. I would think that horses would be scared of the living dead, but not that one. Okay. I think this is the direction I want to turn here. There's usually like a bandit-infested bridge somewhere over one of these roads, but again, I haven't been here very often, so I forget which one it is. Yeah, Shriekwind is a pass that will get you over some mountains. Moderately interesting little area, I guess. There's a couple of passes like that in Skyrim, some indoors, some outdoors. Well, I'm coming up in the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary, although I could just see the outskirts of Falkreath there. Little undead ruin, I think, over there. Good thing that Astrid marked the location of this thing on my map, apparently. So I know where to find it. A living thing in there. Probably just a necromancer, though, because I'm betting it's full of undead. Conceivable as bandits. Well, things just got darker as I got here. Creepy black pond. You might call it a shadow mirror. And their very, very obvious sinister door. I'm going to put my mask on. I feel like I'm going to fit right in wearing that thing. They have just skulls on their doors. In Oblivion, you couldn't give an answer until you knew the right one. Here you have a couple joke ones. This one makes me suspect the character can hear the soundtrack while you're fighting bosses. There's the correct one. Good thing no passerby from Falkreath walking back to the nearest other major city ever look this direction and see that creepy skull door there. It's not really a surprise that the Penitent's Oculatus can point you to the exact right location if you choose the Destroy the Dark Brotherhood option. Pretty obvious. Well, you're alive. I'm going to approach with some caution into this den of murderers. And check this area first. Looks clear. Those are the gems that I'm not collecting.
Ah, at last. I hope you found the place all right.
You know, the usual. Dragons.
Well, what happens now is you start your new life in the Dark Brotherhood. You're part of the family, after all.
That weapon she has is the Blade of Woe, by the way. You get that later on as a reward, or if you kill her, you can take it. It's like the highest damage dagger in the game, pretty much, or close to it. So useful for assassin characters. I think of these three, kind of the fawning option is the one he would go with at first while trying to learn what people are actually like around here.
Our family. Together,
trying to see who will be useful to him and who won't.
The
Make good impressions along the way.
Can accomplish anything, but you must be anxious to get to work. I'm arranging a job, but need a bit more time. For now, go see Nazir. He's got several smaller contracts. Soon, the Night Mother will arrive.
And that's the plot
And
twist.
things around here are sure to get even more
They have been
interesting.
totally consistent with the Night Mother
But
between
one
every
last
single
thing.
game in this series, basically. Changing up what she is
Welcome home
completely.
present.
In Morrowind, she's just like a
Armor of the Dark
person,
Brotherhood.
a regular person. There's like a regional
Will
title,
serve you
even.
well in all your endeavors.
I got the free armor. Good stuff for an assassin character, and has some benefits for other kinds of characters, too. I'm gonna play dumb here, plus see, the truth. Everybody has heard rumors about her, of
The
course.
unholy matron, the shrouded lady.
Astrid is
the
immediately
mistress
quite
of the
dismissive
void.
of her, actually.
She goes by
Which is
many
interesting.
names. Ages past, Sithis gave a woman.
That doesn't
5
make any
children.
sense, but again, her backstory is different every single game,
Killed
so
them
who
to
knows if
win
any of them are
his
supposed to be
favor.
true.
Thus becoming the Night Mother. If you believe that sort of thing. Today she's, well, she's a skeleton.
She was a ghost in
An
Oblivion, of
ancient
course.
corpse. But more importantly, a corpse that's being brought to this sanctuary by her keeper.
So that's kind of where the plot of this one gets interesting. And I like how they started that thing off pretty much once you got here.
Yes,
In Oblivion, of course, they similarly started you off with the interesting plot by saying that, the assassins are all afraid there's an assassin among them when you get to the sanctuary. So,
The Night Mother's
again, kicking off
crypt
the
in
plot,
Bravil
getting
was
you interested.
destroyed, a result of the chaos caused by the war with the Thalmor. That forced a relocation.
The timeline of that is
I don't know where
kind
the
of
Keeper has been
inconsistent
these past few
between
months,
this game and
but I recently received
Legends.
another letter.
You can't really make perfect
He's
sense out of it.
bringing the Night Mother here soon.
Or how he got involved, because he wasn't in that game.
They used to come from the Night Mother. Potential clients would perform.
It's a
the
stupid
blood
question in character, but out of
sacrament,
character, it's
and she
important
would
to see
hear
this
their
change from the way
prayers.
things used to be.
The Night Mother would communicate this to the listener.
This all seems needlessly
who would then
complicated
dispatch
to me.
a speaker to arrange the contract with the client. But that was a long time ago. There hasn't been a listener in years. Not since Cyrodiil was overrun in the war with the Thalmor.
But actually, in
people
Legends
don't
we
know
saw there
that,
was
so
indeed
they
a
still
listener,
perform the
so...
ritual, and we eventually hear about it. When someone wants us, we find out.
No, you don't. I'll show you some evidence of that later on. This just kind of basically tells you that they can't help you, essentially. Although the Thieves Guild could if you joined them, but no way he's doing that. It's a stupid question to ask in character. This
Used to be
is an
the Dark
important one to ask,
Brotherhood
though.
was bound by 5 tenets, but we
Only
stopped
in
following
Oblivion.
those years ago. All those rules, all that discipline, and look where the Dark Brotherhood ended up. We're the last of our kind, and we live the way we see fit.
All these catastrophes starting off the Fourth Era were actually a good thing in
Respect
many
your
ways. Like,
family.
caused the collapse of, like,
And everything else will
continent-wide
fall into
assassin
place.
groups and thieves guilds and all kinds of bad groups. If we just get the Empire back on its feet, things will be good to go, really.
This sanctuary has been my entire life since I was a young woman. That's when I first discovered my, shall we call it, aptitude for
I like that she has a background.
communication.
Almost, well,
I had an uncle,
I
you
don't want to
see.
exaggerate.
He
Many of
made
these people have
certain
backgrounds, unlike the Mages Guild people.
unwanted advances. So I killed him, and liked it. Then I killed again, and liked it even more.
And you stopped being sympathetic.
on.
That was fast.
I was recruited by the Dark Brotherhood, and have been here ever since. I met my husband, Arnbjorn, rose to leadership, and now, here we are. Be sure and introduce yourself to your new family members. They're all very eager to meet you.
I suspect that she knows pretty well who I am. Probably told them to them, the Dragonborn and so forth. But I think it will take off the mask nonetheless to meet these people. Or actually, no, I think it will keep it on. Only she's seen my real face. And they can't very well tell on me. Well, she's a vampire, what do you know? They're all so charming. She, murder the friendly old man. Really gives Hjalti a good impression of these people.
I'm so very hungry. I know a shortcut to the candy shop through this alley. Oh yeah, very good, very good. Mine's dark down here. Oh, but you're so beautiful. Such a lovely smile. Your teeth. No!
Pretty lousy impression of an old man, but whatever.
What about you, Festus? How did that last contract turn out?
Oh, yes, please, old man. Regale us with
Keep
your
my back
tales
to
of
this.
wizardry.
Ah, the young and stupid. Always mocking the
He's like the only wizard in the group. Wizards really cannot be good assassins in this game. I mean, I'm going to do it, but there's no synergy whatsoever. In fact, things work against you.
I've been working on in my spare time. Came this close to turning that.
I feel like there should have been a hand gesture there, but oh well.
Damn messy.
And what of your latest, Arnbjorn? Something about a Khajiit merchant.
So, person who murders old men trying to
A big dog.
give candy to orphans, person murdering like a hapless Khajiit merchant, and he guess is a werewolf, and a person murdering priests. Hjalti immediately dislikes all these people, and they don't strike him as terribly competent either.
Adorable. It was not funny, and he wasn't a
So he's
merchant.
disappointed. He might have joined the wrong side in this conflict.
Master of the Whispering Fang style. But now he's dead, and I have a new loincloth.
Charming. So, they all split up and I can talk to them individually. Here's one I need to talk to.
So you're the newest member of our dwindling dysfunction.
Oh, they acknowledge it. I really have joined the wrong side
Quite
here.
a bit about you.
Seems like they need somebody to take charge around here, perhaps. And a lot of them are arrogant anyway, so I'll fit right in doing that.
Cocky.
He's learning kind of the norms of the group.
I give you 3 days before you screw up and someone runs a knife across your throat.
I guess I won't be sleeping here.
I've been proven wrong before. Did she now? Well, as it turns out, there are a few lingering contracts.
So even though the group is dwindling down to just a tiny number of people, and they can't get the contracts properly, they can't even complete their basic ones, these guys really suck.
I'll assign them to you as they become available, to be completed at your leisure.
And it kind of means it, actually. You don't actually need to do them all at once to advance things. Just doing one will be sufficient.
It is. These aren't particularly glamorous assassinations, I'll be honest. Don't pay much either. But they'll keep you
Murdering
busy.
innocents, basically, Hjalti
Just
will
do
hate
them
the
as you're
idea,
able.
but some of them he can
There's no
justify in
real
different
time
ways.
limit.
Other ones he'll
The
justify as
targets
necessary to advance in
aren't
this group,
going anywhere.
which is more important.
You can turn each one in as it's completed, or wait and turn in the whole group when all the
That doesn't really
targets
matter,
have been
whatever.
eliminated.
He is the master trainer in light armor, once again screwing over the Warriors Guild for no good reason.
Ah, well, I'm Redguard, as I'm sure you've noticed. Though not like most of my kind you'll find
Well,
in
let's
Skyrim.
see.
That's for damn
You
sure.
wield a scimitar.
I am a
You
child
wear
of
Alakir
Hammerfell,
clothes.
born of the
They're-
sands of the mighty
You're exactly like
Alakir.
all Redguard. You're exactly like all of them.
Desert.
Except for your voice. His
Blood
voice is
the
unique,
shade
at
of
least.
crimson I can scarce describe.
I'm glad they finally
My
started giving
past is long
Redguard
and
other
storied,
things besides being one-handed
and not
warriors in this game,
altogether
by adding
proud.
destruction to them and
But
so
the Dark
forth, and
Brotherhood
making them
saved
intelligence
me
and
from myself,
legends.
and I've
Good to give
never
them a little
looked
bit
back.
more variety there.
Well then, let's get started. I've got 3 available.
He's a pretty good
right
voice
now.
actor here, at least.
Your targets are the beggar Narfi, an ex-miller.
Yep,
named
murdering beggars.
Papias,
He is at least like a
and
madman
they
who's
killed
clearly
a
unhappy. You
mine
can
boss.
justify it as putting him out of his
When
misery, I
you've
guess.
completed all those, we'll see if I might have some more.
Guess we'll find out who they are. I assume they can sit through this hole.
He lives just outside Anga's mill in the woods. He was once the miller. Now Papias is just a paranoid recluse who thinks someone is out to get him. And he's right.
Anga's Mill is a town near Windhelm. I've walked through there a couple times going to Winterhold.
He's a hapless beggar living in some ruins just outside the village of Iverstead. Easy, even for you. She separated from her husband several months ago. Now the two run competing mining operations. Baetild's angry and desperate, a fighter.
But Hjalti hates the idea of this completely.
You've got
But
people to kill, my friend. Best get to it.
he'll have to do it. Let's talk to this Argonian. Probably a shadow scale. Everybody's heard of the legendary
my
shadow
brother.
scales.
Welcome to our sanctuary. You have made the right choice joining us, I assure you.
That's not very reassuring after what I've seen here.
You just trust in Astrid, follow her orders, and you'll do fine here. Once I was a shadow scale, an assassin in service to the king of
See, like the
Dark
Argonians born under the
Trained
stars of
by
the
the
shadow,
Dark
which is one of the
Brotherhood
constellations,
since the
were
day of my
trained to be
hatching.
assassins. Which doesn't really make sense, because that would be like 1/12 of all Argonians,
Today,
which is
I am the last
a
of
ton
my
of
kind.
assassins, but
My
whatever.
order is extinct.
Again,
Now,
things have really gotten
I
better in the
happily
4th
serve
era.
Astrid in this sanctuary. I am a trained killer, and once again have been given purpose.
Killing random
Life
people.
is good.
Well, I suppose you'll be a useful
Right then.
fighter for me someday. If I can take over this like I did the College of Winterhold. Ah, they have a word wall in here because this place is like half Nordryn for some reason. It doesn't really have any kind of background, unfortunately. It'd be cool to like know what this place is and how they discovered it and so forth. Mark for Death, as I've said before, sucks with the unofficial patch, so never use it.
Well, it's raw meat.
Oh well, it's a werewolf.
My beautiful wife has told me all about you.
He's supposed to actually love her, so I'm not sure why the actor pronounced beautiful so contemptuously.
I'll give you a week before you end up dead in a ditch. Look, if you're trying to get to know me, don't. I don't like you, and I never will. It's nothing personal, but my wife trusts you, and I trust her judgment.
He's no
She can't
Mirage
be all
Dara.
bad. Here's all you need to know. I'm a werewolf. I like killing things. I love Astrid. I hate annoying people. And the color blue gives me a
I
headache.
notice, of course, that I've got a lot of blue around here. I'll always make sure to equip Morok if I ever need to kill him.
Take care of yourself, beef roast.
I don't remember this person at all.
May I offer my most sincere...
Totally unimportant. Most of them are.
But really, a horker, some twine, 3
They all
wilds,
trade random
points for creativity.
silly things about their apparent recent assassinations.
You certainly have a strange energy about you. I look forward to following your progress. What a
It's
curious
weird to me that,
question.
like,
Well,
this is like the only quest in the game where they regularly give you multiple dialogue
long walks on
options,
the beach, knitting,
even if most of them are
and
silly.
unicorns.
I don't know who in the setting would enjoy unicorns. They're horrible, brutal monsters.
Night and discovered a unicorn, which I proceeded to stab in the throat with a crochet needle.
I feel like the story is made up because, as Mara once pointed out to me, a crochet needle does not actually have a point. It's got like a curved, non-sharp hook at the end. You could not kill a darn thing with it. Oh, they're creepy spider
There
pet.
you are. Astrid's told me all about you. Heard you pulled the old choose your victim gag with you. Ah, I love that one. Don't let my appearance throw you off. I'm older than you. A lot older. Getting bitten by a vampire when you're 10 will do that to a girl.
She's, I think, the master alchemy trainer, if I remember correctly. She
Some might call this dumb.
mostly is an alchemist merchant,
I
but she
call
sells a
this
few
dumb.
other odds and ends, too. Not really things I useful to, but usually has a Daedra heart, so another good source of those. Recipes, don't need those. But I can sell a few odds and ends to her. These are kind of weighing me down. Might make a good impression to be, killing dragons and making it obvious. Where did that wizard go? He seems like the most interesting one to talk to.
Yes, you're the new family member. Let's make this easy. Consider me the cranky old uncle nobody talks to. You go your way, I'll go mine.
Well, consider me the smug young nephew, I guess.
There's too much of an obsession these days with knives and arrows. You could kill someone just as easily with a well-placed spell. I like to say I was born with a wand in my hand. Well, not literally.
That wand would make much more sense if wizards had ever, at any point in any game in this entire series, used wands. I guess that they existed in Daggerfall, but not even really then. It's not a thing in this setting. It never has been.
When I was 13, I accidentally burned down the family home. Bit of lightning gone awry. Oh, but soon after, I mastered my gifts completely. I went on to teach at the college.
Again, nobody at the college mentions them. They really should talk about people like Woundfirth and Calixto and Festus, but they don't.
None of them
Missed opportunity
truly
there.
understood the glory of the Destruction School.
It's like the simplest, whatever.
Kill well, and often.
Yeah, Hjalti likes that guy pretty well. Compared to the rest of them, anyway. Don't think this is anybody new, but I'm just checking. Nope, just Gabriella the Dark Elf. Kind of explore around. Ah, here's behind the creepy stained glass window thing. Is there a way through here? I think I'll avoid randomly, looting items that are not clearly for the taking. Don't want to make any enemies here. Let me turn on some of my quests, actually, to go kill these poor souls. Let me make sure my other quests are on if I want them. Power, cache, period, shrine. Should do that while I'm here. It'd be a good cover story for what I'm doing in the area anyway.
I'm afraid I don't have a primary for you yet.
I will take this book. It's an alteration book for one thing. Give me some good lore too. I'll take these things too, so I can go through what this different variety of gear does. That one's better for me as a mage anyway. I certainly won't be seen in public wearing it. And definitely won't be sleeping in this creepy place where anybody could kill me in my sleep or they could take off my mask or who even knows what. Yeah, I'll get more into that later, into the many, many problems with how Sithis is portrayed in these games. Well, nobody seems to be around, so I'll get back on the road to the nearby town of Falkreath, make my way up there. I ought to change into more comfortable kinds of clothes, so I'll take off my mask at the very least. I'll probably put on these things. They get a little bit wet, but not too badly. Switch probably to Haggle Amulet. Don't mind people knowing that I'm a magician, but I wouldn't want them to know which particular one I am. Until I know more about this town. So besides just being a small, pretty town in Skyrim, There's a few other things to know about Falkreath. One is that they will constantly tell you that it has a huge cemetery. It actually has like kind of like a smallish cemetery, but we're supposed to think that it's huge. The town is kind of built around that. It's
You see a dog out there?
only a dead one, so.
Oh well. The blacksmith is offering a reward for a dog he saw on the road.
That's the beginning of a Daedric quest that I mentioned before. Gives you a very useful item, actually, Massive Clapic's Vial. Useful if you want to make money anyway, but money's easy to make. It is, like, unmatched for that purpose.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is the magic?
Well, it is very late. Hjalti will probably go in here to this inn, and probably avoid drinking here. I'm sure he can cook safely with the...
This is a local favorite and
Are you a... No, you're not a vampire, just...
Ragnar the Red.
flirting for some unknown reason. Oh, another cheese wheel.
Well, I escaped fighting in Cyrodiil, only to have it track me down again.
Why would you ever think that Skyrim would not have fighting in it?
Let's sate that appetite.
Okay, got any... Oh, you do have some ale, that's good. Booker loaf, and some honey nut treats, and that. And I could certainly use some very fine wine like that around here. Nothing else useful?
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Now, how can I
You hear
acquire
any juicy
this?
gossip in town? Be sure to share it with me.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding.
What will it take to get this Eider cheese wheel?
Let me know if there's anything.
Well, I have more than I can use for now anyway. Hjalti is tired and hungry. So, I'll eat some... What's my heaviest? Do I have any venison chops? No. Leg of goat roast then, and Nord mead, and honey brew mead, and certainly treating himself to lots of goodies today.
But then he went cold.
So then in the morning, I'll take care of business around town, present myself to the Jarl, etc. Gonna get a nice night's rest, though. Maybe another hour or so, people won't be up yet. Okay. Hit the snooze button. How can I get her away from this? I don't know if I'm allowed to telekinesis it or not. I wish you would just sell it. That'd make things so much easier. You guys just like partied all night, didn't they?
Sure bones. Handsome man in Falkreath.
Ooh, I want that one too. I don't think I'll risk telekinesis in case it's against the law, as it probably should be. Well, insofar as picking up items should be against the law. This is actually the former Jarl, who was basically randomly retired even though he's super paranoid, in favor of his son who might be actually plotting against him, and is totally incompetent at the very least.
Did you see a hound on the road? There's one out on the road. If you were willing to retrieve him for me, I'd give you some fresh meat to attract him out on the road.
It seems totally unimportant.
No. This one's...
I guess I have to go through it for him to actually let me just buy and sell things.
Fresh meat to attract him out on the road. Oh, it's smart to demand something up front. Some gold now, and some when I have my dog. Here's the meat. Steel's good, but loyal. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Anything good? No. I can use this at least. And I guess I can sell you... Not to you. Got a
See me
plan.
at my forge if you need arms or armor.
I'll present myself to the Jarl next, I suppose. Probably won't go in there brandishing magic. There's the steward and the housecarl. So this Jarl sent me a letter wanting to see me a while ago. Hasn't explained why.
What is it that you want? Ah, it's you. Yes, well, now we'll see if the stories about you are true.
I wonder which ones he
There's
means.
a group of bandits in my hold that I may have...
So this is like, you know, a Hearthfire quest. You have different quests for each different Jarl who can get one of the Hearthfire houses.
Now,
But I've never really done them before.
Now it's time to clean things up. Go and take care of it.
So, I found out he's corrupt and had dealings with bandits. I'll stay on his good side, but like heck, I'm making his job easier.
Execute every last bandit.
He's cruel, incompetent, petty, stupid. Really a wonderful Jarl. His father is the only intelligent and competent Stormcloak Jarl there is. He now likes me well enough that I can take whatever I want from around here.
I'm the steward here.
Sadly, not
I
Ale.
serve under Sid Gear can sometimes act too quickly, but he does. Many battles have been fought here over the centuries. Graves were dug and monuments.
I really feel like there should have been a companion's questline out here to deal with that cemetery. You know, maybe
Falkreath
paying
came
homage
be
to a
known as
powerful
the
warrior or
hero's
something like
graveyard.
that.
Many
It would have
noble
been
jarls
lore
and
appropriate, would have been a good
renowned
opportunity to come out
warriors
here to
passed through
Falkreath, would have
here.
made the companion's questline maybe less
Falkreath's
repetitive, annoying, and
reputation has
terrible.
faded somewhat, but the graves remain, reminding us of the one inevitable truth of life.
Everybody around here is quite dour.
May wisdom forever light your path.
Oh, House Carl is sleeping during the middle of the day. Ooh, don't mind if I do. I'll check the other side just in case there's one too, but I don't think there is. No court mage around here to deal with.
For Falkreath and I, this is just
Elf as a
I'm the
steward.
steward here.
I don't like that, but
I serve
whatever.
under Jarl Siggeir and Jarl Dengeir before him.
So, they have an alchemy shop, as I mentioned. Anything good around here?
Don't let the shop's name frighten
She's
you
a person you can fight
I have
in
plenty
Legendary,
of
still
reliable
recall.
tonics and healing potions to sell. Take a look.
Let's see. Don't really need any of that. Okay. And yeah, I'll let it be known that I've been killing some dragons. It'll also lower my carry weight while I'm at it. I think I have a few more things I can sell. Yep. Let's get rid of that and that. Yeah, whatever. Trying to spread my reputation and my name all across Skyrim as fast as I can. It's useful to be known and liked. Let's see if that general goods merchant has opened up by now.
Try not to judge Falkreath too harshly, visitor. The war has been hard on us.
The other place around here with like a non-weird name.
I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. Well met. Unlike my brother, I've no dislike of strangers.
Eider cheese wheels. I wonder if he'll sell them.
I was a Stormcloak. His name's Bolin. He's the one who works the lumber mill down.
So not
there.
actually
If you meet
all that
him, don't
important.
expect much in the way of conversation.
But again, I like that people have
Talk,
family and relatives
especially
and
with folk he don't know.
backgrounds from time to time.
I was once, but not anymore. I was.
He's living in an
the
Imperial
skirmish up
hold,
near
so.
Windhelm. This was years ago, mind you.
The timeline of the Stormfolk
Maybe I
Rebellion is
don't
also a
pick up
little
blade
bit
and Ulfric's
inconsistent.
name no more,
It doesn't really sound
but I
like it
still
started
hold
years
his
ago. Most times
ideals.
people talk about it.
Skyrim is Nordland, and we ought to rule it.
Can't really argue
We
with
don't
that.
need no help from the Empire on that count.
That part is what I argue with.
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Nothing there. Nope. Any useful foods? Well, at least I'll sell those. That's the important thing. Miscellaneous. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I can offload some of these odds and ends. I think I'm actually going to... No, people around here might have too much knowledge about the Dark Brotherhood. That wouldn't do. They might start to suspect some kind of connection. No, that makes it better, actually. So, I'm going to just sell them some of these things, the ones I don't want. So, poison resistance, not really that great because it's just not that great, but it's no good chest enchantments anyway. Muffle is useful. Awesome, unleveled bow power-up. So if you get that early on in the game, just fantastic stuff. Same thing, but no mask. And this is the only thing in the game besides the equivalent hand wraps that doubles your backside damage, making you massive sneak attack damage. So very useful stuff. Then these are the non-armor clothing version, doing the same thing. Moderately good sneaking bonus on a spot that doesn't usually have sneak available. Not really useful. And Shoes of Muffle. Those are actually quite useful. I might keep those around instead of the Archmage's boots from time to time. But the important thing was to make it clear that I've been killing Dark Brotherhood members. So having done that, here's Dark Brotherhood's assassin note. Here's, that should prove basically that I've been killing Dark Brotherhood members who were sent after me, and thereby kind of throw them off my trail. We won't be selling that, though. That would kind of give things away. Ingredients, food, apparel. Don't want to lose too much money on these, but yeah, whatever.
Steal anything from my shop and you'll regret it.
Well, that takes care of business around here, I would say. Oh good, the rain is gone.
Everything's all right.
I'm going to pick up the main quest, but I'm not going to do so by the most direct route. Instead, I'm going to go up north and take care of this Dark Brotherhood contract. And also the vampire questline around Dawnstar. So, back north and east I go. Alright, hope you all enjoyed that. Should be a long journey next time, because I haven't traveled this road before. Have a great day, everyone.
Heard about you and